Hey, what's up? Just setting everything up right now. Loved what demo? So there's not really that much. Oh, okay, yeah, they have a there's a free demo of this piano is what they're talking about. So we have a few different deals. Some of them aren't like fun to look at. Like the piano is fun to play around with and experiment. But then the other one, six pack, is loops and kind of construction kits, stems and vocals and wave files. So it's not a sample library. Then we have the Smart EQ 3, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Trying to find my window here. And Note Matrix 2, that's pretty simple, straightforward. Scoring pads bundle. I don't have that on this computer. I have it on my other computer. That is one we've done before and are repeating. Hello, everyone. So yeah, they do have a free demo of the Preparato piano, and they said it had one articulation that sounded like an arpeggio. They've got a lot of like really cool arpeggios and cinematic design stuff. I actually really like that one. It was surprisingly uh, good to me, knowing I have all kinds of pianos. Note Matrix is a very simple contact multi-script that allows you to remap notes basically. It's like a really simple way to map your MIDI controller. So if you have, let's say, a drum sample library and you want to remap the notes or something, or if you want to play a melodic instrument with a pad controller, you can map what notes you want to each thing. Very, very simple. It's a utility more than a library. But we'll take a look at that. Okay, they just sent out the email. I think I just got it on my watch. Yep. Another effects plugin, we have the EQ. 6-pack bundle. Sample fuel scoring pads. Cycle create and pad motion. 6-pack image sound. 6-pack 2. Last 2 weeks ago we had the 6-pack 1. Last week or so. And then the Smart EQ 3, which is very cool. So how is everyone doing today? How was everyone's week? I'm doing pretty good. Just working as usual. Got some new guitar gear. Recording, composing, making videos, and walking the dogs. I actually just went to Guitar Center this morning. I got my second shot, so we shall see. Today's topic, we never have topics. We're just going to look at deals. I'm just waiting for more people to show up. Since the email went out just a couple minutes ago. Not many people are here yet. Today's topic is all things deals. Just going to look at the deals, have giveaways, bullshit around a bit. Probably talk about a lot of stuff that is unrelated. This is my lunch, by the way, so forgive me. I'm drinking my lunch. So, has anyone got a chance to pick up any of the deals yet? Or is there anyone you are interested in, want to hear more of? I'm going to set up some reverb for that piano. All my favorites got erased in here. I don't know how or why. So this is Preparato piano. Let me grab my little bass station here. Now there is a free demo of this. Hola, no comprende. Lo siento. So this is the Preparato piano. They have a free demo if you're interested in that. I'm going to turn my mic off, play it a little bit, because you'll just hear me smashing on the keys. So you get a really nice dynamic range when you press it lightly to when you really press on it. That's a really nice dynamic range, actually. Who can resist just like slamming that really low note with the piano? And what I really liked about this was the reading all your chats now. Hello everyone, hello everyone. What I really liked about this was the versatility with the different presets here. So let's look at the main, the main page here. We have the different mic positions. So close, going to be the most detailed, middle, and church. They're all enabled by default. So let's hear what those sound like, because you can get some flexibility with the sound. I am sending this to a reverb. I'm just going to go ahead and turn the reverb off so you can hear it just as it is. So it can be fairly dry. So no reverb, external reverb now. So the church microphone position here is the ambient mic, and it has some room reverb built into it, as you can hear. It's nice and distant. So of course, for the most full sound, enable them all. You get a nice detailed sound with the nice ambience as well. Kind of brief settings here. Can set the velocity curve, the dynamic range. So if you want it, you can set that there. Sympathetic resonance here, pedal noise, kind of stuff like that. Set it back to 100 or so. Here's the reverb. So we have different reverbs here. And then also some effects down here. So there's some really weird like sound design type patches in this as well, which is very interesting. So you can hear that, how it rings out a lot. So that's just clicking here in the effects. It's called post-apocalyptic. They have a bunch of these that like completely change the sound of it. So it's really cool. This is where we get to the sound design, and you can do some kind of weird things with it, which is when it really started impressing me, is it's more than just kind of your standard classical piano. So you get things like that, kind of sounds like a, a granular effect almost. Can you get like a electric piano sound? Probably. Now, it's not going to be a sampled, it's not a electric piano. They didn't sample an electric piano. You can get a lot of different sounds though with it. One of them sounds really plucked, so we can go through the, we're going to go through the presets as well. So that effect there is called evolving, so you can get some really unique soundscapes with this as well. Just holding the note. You can just, you know, the size, the amount of the effect, and the amount of feedback and everything like that. So that one does ring on quite a bit after you stop playing. So some of the really cool stuff is with the, just going here in the presets, there's a little button here, a little tab, just says preset. Right now it's blank. What I was just in was this panel here. They're not labeled, but the gear icon is the settings. This one here will enable the reverb and effects. This one is going to be the arpeggiator, which we can turn on. So you can turn it on with any of the samples that you have loaded up. It's just a fairly basic arpeggiator, but you can get some really cool stuff with it. So just by holding some a few notes there, we can get something really, really cool. This thing is driving me crazy, so I want it to just sit. There we go. So you can get something really cool just by holding some chords, holding a few notes like that. Now let's go into the presets and kind of check these out. These were my favorites to kind of play and experiment with. Is this better than the Sample Tech Mark II bundle in your opinion? I don't know. I think they're gonna be totally different. Because this one, as you can hear, it's focused more on the variety of it and the different weird sound design patches that we have, which is what I really like about it. If this was just a standard piano, I wouldn't be as interested in it because I have, you know, so many of those that I use and that I know and that are kind of my staples. So what really impressed me about this was the features, the arpeggiator, the particle effects, and the sound design stuff. So let's check out some of the presets right now. I'm just in cinematic, and there's some really cool arpeggios in here as well. So that one has like a more plucked sound, and with these presets, we're gonna start getting into territory. Some of them sound like harpsichord, some of them sound more like a harp, some of them sound like you're plucking the piano and stuff like that. So definitely explore these presets because it can show you a lot of really cool stuff. That one's more synthy. As is that. Okay, this one is called R6 MW for mod wheel. So I don't know what the mod wheel does. Let's check it out. So be on the lookout for that as you load a preset that says MW next to it. It seemed the mod wheel all the way up, it was more muted, and as we brought the mod wheel down, it gave it more shimmer, more of the high end, almost like some sort of filter. But I think that was going on at a sample level as opposed to just a regular filter. CPU jumping jumping around a lot with it though. Where are you seeing this? I am on a Ryzen 7. So you can hear the totally different tonal characteristics of that. More muted, more kind of sounds like a felt, but the subtle detail there, you can hear the hammers and everything. Very, very cool. So CPU is high, I don't know. The performance meter is down here and it's for Studio One, the whole thing. Contact might be reporting it as high if it's only reporting one core or whatever. It's like at 13%. Anyway. Oh, my lower left thing is being blocked. Anyway, I don't think it's that bad. Any rhythmic library is going to have that. Any rhythmic library is going to have that quite a bit. So let's do our first giveaway here. So how the giveaways work is I'll ask you guys to type a number into the chat, and then between 1 and 1,000, type one number between 1 and 1,000, and then whoever is closest to the randomly generated number will get a $50 gift card to Audio Plugin Deals. So one moment as I type this out. All right, so you can go ahead and type your numbers now. One number between 1 and 1,000. Now I'm like staring obsessively at the CPU thing, and I haven't seen it go over 15%. So we got a lot of people here today. Remember to only type one number, please. As I try to find my liquid lunch shake. Also, if you buy this and some of the presets just continue to play even after you've released the keys. So if that is the case and you're like, what the hell, it keeps going, and you'll be on this preset page, just click this to go to the arpeggiator and deselect, unclick the hold there, because some of them do just play on forever, even if you're not holding the keys. Yeah, OBS is using 1.8% of my CPU. All right, wind down your number guessing. And let's take a look at our number 269. So I'm taking a look now and seeing who won our first $50 gift card. I believe it would be the yeah, I saw the 250, but also Chris here said 280, which would be 11 off. 250 would be 19. Where's Jose? I don't see that. I'm looking at it, looking for it now. Oh, yep, you're right. All right, Jose wins. So just go ahead and email that address, the address that I put there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That is correct. And they'll get you all set up. Let's continue to browse the presets, because these are really, really nice and I like them a lot. So this is where we start getting into territory where it's going to sound like other instruments. This is called Broken Celesta. Still piano, but they've, you know, taken the samples and processed them, mangled them, and made them sound like something completely different, which is pretty cool. There's a ton of reverb on that. It sounds really nice. Perfect for just kind of soft cinematic, and this preset's called cinematic, so it's a good one. Some kind of Thomas Newman type vibes there. I think these are going to start getting really processed. I think the Distant War was pretty loud. So these would be good for trailers and horror scores and stuff like that. Just kind of creepy. Yeah, I knew that one was kind of loud. This is called Distant War. When I was doing the video yesterday, or a couple days ago, this is where it started to like... I was like, holy shit, this is... You can use this for, you know, really intense stuff. This one's like a bowed type. So if we add a reverb to that, let's say Hall. You get some very strange resonances in that. This preset was called Holy... It's so tiny on my screen. Holy something. This one sounds more like a plucked, like a zither type instrument. Some of them have different articulations or different playing styles programmed depending on where you hit the keys. If you look at the interface here in the yellow down there, so we have this almost like harpsichord-like sound. It's really delicate in the lower dynamics, very harsh when you press it harder. And then down in the yellow we have like this weird bowed type sound. Well, not bowed, but it's kind of like a muted, you know, muted regular piano playing very softly with one of the pedals held down. It's called piano tremolo. So very softly as you hold down the keys there, you hear the tremolo kind of just twinkling, swarming notes that continue to play. That one, they play very softly though. Prayer bells. Lots of string rattling there. Quake bass. Oh, it didn't change. That one's just crazy. That I just hit it. I hit the key once and it continued to ring out. That's really cool though. The dogs would be scared if I had this playing through a subwoofer. They just had their walk. Their pooch walk. This does sound like an EDM type thing. I guess most of you don't know me on Facebook, but I always post with the audio plugin pooch, saying everyone to watch the live streams because audio plugin pooch. There's our Marley. There's our Marley, everyone. Okay. That is the audio plugin pooch. If you guys don't know, that's Marley, the audio plugin pooch. We just did our walk earlier, so I send out those notifications on my Facebook. Everyone get ready for the pooch stream, even though she's not actually here right now. She's downstairs, but I fib a little bit so more people will watch it. I'm a bullshitter. So some sound effect type stuff there. If we go into, okay, here, click the main piano thing, and you can kind of get a feel for the variety of, I guess, articulations for the playing styles of this thing, of this library. So we have sustain, coin, screws, metal chain, like sustain's just regular. Well, this is a, I want to go to like a blank thing. Okay, so this is just, you know, the regular plain Jane piano. We can click here and program different articulations to different keys. Or you can just click this to kind of get a taste for all of the different articulations. So coins and screws, these sound like they're dropping or striking the piano strings with coins. So very atonal effects, screws. Again, kind of nasty, kind of dissonant. But, I mean, the samples are really, really well done. Metal chain, you can hear that chain plinking against the string of the piano, so very interesting results. Very metallic and with the resonance and stuff like that. It's like a haunted house ambient thingy. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, the sound design possibilities of this, again, is what I was like, man, this thing is deep. So we have a pick, picking the piano strings, hard mallets. This is where you get that harpsichord type sound. So hard playing this with the little 1 octave range MIDI controller over here instead of right in front of me. Hard mallet staccato. Very, very short, very abrupt. But again, that kind of harpsichord type sound. Soft mallets, this is where it can start to sound kind of, you know, more cinematic. Sending it to the reverb. It's like whisper soft there. So you get really, really ambient. The attack of the mallet's very striking, very hard, but then the actual tonal note is very soft. And of course you can just go to the arpeggiator and turn this on any of these samples and get that really nice rhythmic feel. Let's try it on the mallet. It's very, very, very quiet. And with the arpeggiator, you can set it 16 notes, triplets, all that kind of stuff. Set it up to 32 steps in the arpeggiator. So just do something. So of course that's just velocity hearing it as it hit that little nice little mountain I drew in the sharp curve as the velocity climbs up and then descends again. So keyboards, we can hear if there's any kind of someone asked about the electric piano. We can take a look at that too. These are going to be distorted, which probably, yeah, a lot louder than the last one. Very apocalyptic. Really cool stuff. See, this stuff is so cool. There's just like a treasure trove. So this is very interesting. We have one note starting at the top and bending down. We have another note starting at the bottom and bending up, which is very interesting. It's almost like a shepherd's tone, something from Dunkirk or something. So all these are kind of, the category is called distorted, but you know, you can pass these off as sounds from a guitar almost. Kind of glitchy. Kind of synthy, kind of guitar-y. Very interesting. Keyboard here. Let's take a listen. 80s piano. I don't even know if I want to hear it. Yeah, just what I expected. Very processed. That one kind of sounds like there's a chorus effect on it in a mallet hitting. Here you're starting to get more into electric piano territory. But still sounding a bit, we can go in and look at the, I knew it, there had to be something in there. The screws, you could hear there was something there that was, a bit, now it's just sustains and now it's more pleasant. So, without the mallet, it kind of sounds like almost some sort of designer electric piano type sound. This one I think we looked at. The Celesta type sound. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. That guy is Keith Emerson. Those are some amazing albums. What DAW is that? Studio One. Which other people already answered, but Broken Piano. Cynthia. Lisa's Broken Piano, is that one is called. Let's do giveaway 2. So, you guys know how it works. Giveaway 2. Just wait one moment and then we'll start. Okay. Everyone, go and type those numbers. Damn it, Lisa. Lisa broke the piano. You know, a keyboardist I was really sad about recently, who passed away, was Chick Corea. I knew him from when he played with Al Di Meola, like these really like crazy jazz fusion type. I think he was in Return to Forever, which was a jazz fusion band. But he used to do like some really cool YouTube videos and just like really break things down and just show a lot of his technique and lessons and stuff. That just happened recently. So this is the band I'm talking about. Return to Forever is an old band, which was kind of like a super group. And Chick Corea is the keyboardist. Al Di Meola, I know him as the guitarist. But this guy, it just happened in February 9th, and it was like, what? Because he wasn't even that old. And I saw him do like these, these keyboard videos all the time. So it was a bit surprising. But I mean, that's life. And we have the memories. Keith Emerson was fucking awesome too. Okay. Winding down the giveaway. Let's take a look at this number. 984. Just looking at your numbers now, and I think the closest was one of the most recent ones. Where did I see it? 997. Right there. All right, so please email support@audioplugin.deals and you get a $50 gift card to APD, Audio Plugin Deals. So I'm having too much fun with these. Is there anything else that you guys want to are dying to see out of our deals? There's one I don't have on this computer. So this is what we're looking at now. I think this is the most fun to look at because it's there's so much stuff to it with the playable presets and all that. Scoring pads bundle, I've done that before. I don't have that on this computer. It's on my desktop downstairs. But we have videos on that as well. It's actually, the pad motion is really good, and Cycle Create is smaller, but they're both very, very good. 6-pack bundle image sounds, which is WAV files, instrument loops, and stems. Note Matrix 2 is a contact multi-script that allows you to swap out notes. It's more of a utility than a music library. It doesn't make sound, it just helps you map things within Contact. And then the Smart EQ 3. So the 6-pack bundle, we can look at that. I kind of want to... Oh, what happened? That's weird. There we go. I'm going to cover a couple more presets from this in the different categories. Just like one or two. I remember this was one that I liked a lot. Bass Action Pulse. Again, just like the crazy variety you get with this was what I really liked. So, no one really said much. Someone asked about 6-pack. Do you guys want to keep looking at this piano? Should we, like, I guess, because the 6-pack is totally different. And I was actually about to do a video on that as well. 6-pack bundle is going to be, like I said, WAV files and stuff and various BPMs. We had the other 6-pack 1 bundle from last week or so. So these are going to have like categories. You also have like drum one-shots here. So you can make your own drum beats with that, but they're going to be mostly loop-based. So we have intro, main, variation, outro, so you can arrange these. And you have the different stems. So that's the intro, all the full mix, meaning each of those stems you can get individually as well. Is there a Boston Dorfer piano to hear? I don't know. It would be nice to see a deal for East West Opus Orchestra. That's not going to happen. We one of the first deals I did with audio plugin deals was the Symphonic Orchestra. I don't even think they've done Hollywood Orchestra with us. So not going to happen. At least for 5 years. With us at least. So we can take the intro of that and I don't know what the fuck that was. Can everyone hear me okay now? It was with voice meter, this thing totally glitched out. Okay, sorry about that. I have no idea what the fuck that was. I just know it had to do with voice meter, and everything just peaked on voice meter. Weird. So what was I doing? Okay, I'm not going to try that again because when I play it in my sequencer, it seems fine when I demo it over here. Something with the fucking audio drivers because I have to use voice meter and can't use my interface driver. That's really annoying. So I'm deleting this so it doesn't happen again. That's why it happens. So we can preview it over here. No, we can't. We can't, no matter what. I don't know. I'm over that. I promise you that is with my system and not the fucking samples. Okay. Let's do a little close. Save. Voice meter 44. I don't know, that's very frustrating. Anyway, that is with my audio drivers and not with the actual samples. But anyway, I'm gonna do a video on this when I'm done with this, if it'll even let me. I don't want to try it again because I know it'll just be fucking annoying. So let's do another giveaway. And maybe take a look at Smarty Q3 or something. You guys, no one mentioned that, which I'm surprised. No one, because that one's really popular and I like it a lot personally. So, okay, giveaway. One moment. Okay. Giveaway 3 has commenced. Go ahead and type. There's a lot of shit going on outside. Kids playing. Screaming. The sounds of summer. Excuse me. I wish I had an excuse to, like, play some guitar or something. You know when you get, like, new gear and all you want to do is fucking play around with it. You wake up and start playing it. It's like you're it's like you're a little kid again. I got a new amp head, the orange Micro Dark, and a Gibson Les Paul. Oh, I don't need an excuse, but they'd be like, D beats, only one number. I don't need an excuse to play, but they'd be like, why are you playing guitar and not showing the deals? And I'd be like, well, why don't you fuck off? One number. Stop typing over and over. I said it like 5 times. It's all good. Just, I thought you were just ignoring me. All good though. Mistakes happen. All right, let's take a look at giveaway 3. Oh my god. I hate when that happens. It's just like barely any different than the last one. 954. You saw it. I'm taking a peek-see now to see who was our winner. Seems like we only had one in the 900s. I believe. Yep. I believe that would be it. Who was the other one in the 900s? I didn't see it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not Oh, I see 986. That is closer. Cuz it's 954. 986 is what, 32. Okay. So we have that winner for 3. Gotta open Studio One again. I guess we're gonna take a quick look at Smart EQ 3 before the final giveaway. Let's just throw on something. Where's my... Okay, I'm just gonna like write out a string line, and then we can check out the Smart EQ, because I think that's a big one. A vocoder plugin. I don't know. The only one I've ever used is Vocodex from with FL Studio. It's the only one I've ever used. I don't really do a lot of stuff like that, so I can't I can't make a good recommendation. It's the only one I've used, and it was a stock plugin. It's really awesome though. So the really cool thing about Smart EQ is that it is a smart EQ and it analyzes your input signal and applies a very customized EQ curve depending on what you're playing. So you look here and there's like different presets: universal, acoustic guitar, bass, drums, electric guitar. In the demo video, I did put it on both strings, like an orchestral strings, and also on some live recorded guitars. And you can kind of go in that and hear the differences. I like it better than 2. I think the coolest thing is this grouping function, where this is where the orchestral stuff really is. It's very useful for this. So let me load up 3 different things and we'll take a look at it. So what I'm doing is loading up first violins, violas, and cellos. The thing I really like about there's violas. The thing I really like is that there's a grouping function that allows you to layer multiple sources together, and it will EQ them as a group based on how you layer them. So if we look at this, if I say join group, type strings. Now, this EQ here, which is on the string ensemble, but if we look here, there's layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3. So if you highlight over it, you can see it actually says something. Layer 1 lead, Smart EQ3 will try to keep tracks in this layer in the limelight. Layer 2 support. Tracks in this layer will blend well with other tracks and may take the lead when there are no spectral clashes with the tracks in layer 1. So I'm going to put violins at the lead, violas as support, and then layer 3 is background. This layer contains tracks that are supposed to be heard in the background. So you can take this, you don't have to do it with strings or orchestral stuff. I'm just a nerd, so that's what I'm showing you. You can use it with guitar, bass, drums, vocals, harmonies, and then backing, back vocals. So it's a way to kind of group things together. Let me put a line here and then we'll hear it. So I'm just doing a very basic harmony, and we're going to go in and learn these. First off, I actually use Smart EQ 2, now 3, but I used Smart EQ 2 as a staple in my template for these strings specifically because they are so warm, they can actually sound kind of muddy and dark and lack like the trebly high end that I really want. So I'm just going to finish this viola line, and we're going to go in and learn all of these signals and then layer them together. Okay, so the way you group them together is we're going to add the Smart EQ to each of these. Different instance. Click on Smart EQ. I'm going to keep it on universal. Hit record and then play. Already you can hear how before it was very dark. Some people like that sound. I like it sometimes, but a lot of times I want a brighter string sound from Cinematic Studio strings. They're very dark by nature. So here's with it off. And it applies like this subtle curve to it. We'll go ahead and learn the violas. Now I'm just layering them. All I'm doing is hitting join group, and there's already this strings group. So it's very, very subtle. You can hear how excuse me, it brightens up the sound, and you can also take it, you know, to more extremes, boost that, or you can just add your own bands as well. You can also compare like up to 8 different curves here. So all those little like micro adjustments are what the algorithm learns. It's gonna be, you know, very subtle, but it helps things blend together, especially if you have libraries from different companies. So someone asked, so if you're loading 4 EQ instances on 4 various tracks, the instances will detect the other ones in the same project. Correct. All I have to do is make a group. We can like learn them all at the same time. So you see this, it says group impact off, and you turn it on and like it very slightly adjusts the bottom one. and the top one. So like when I said learn them all at the same time, it's going to listen to them all and apply something based on where they're layered. Like I said, the layers before: lead, support, and background. I probably want cellos in support, and I want to remove this because it was just... So that's what I mean. Like if you have libraries from different companies and they're recorded in different spaces, you can layer them together and click learn all, and they will detect the resonances between each one. It's kind of crazy. It's almost like too easy sometimes because I can put this on something. And yes, you can just like use this as a regular EQ. I know there are up to multiple bands. Um anyway, just click this and it'll add a band. You can use it just as a standard EQ, but what's fun about it is the smart function. The grouping function is like the newest thing that's very different. See, it's just such a subtle difference there, but it's going to blend these all together where these are support and the violins take lead. I used it, Debbie, turn your caps lock off. I'm just, um, so yeah, you can add your own, curves with it and stuff. Yeah, so Smart EQ 2 is something I personally used in my template, specifically for cinematic studio strings. All I did was learn, I hit learn, played the violins, and it put a curve there. And then I just very slightly added two bands to the top and raised them, but it kept this little curve here, all those like little subtle intricacies, and I just added my own band up top and raised it, and so added a little bit more treble, and that is my default EQ for cinematic studio strings. There we go. CSS EQ and CSS EQ less treble. So this is just what I did. This is the old one, obviously. Which I know how to use more than the new one. But anyway, that's proof. I use this all the time and just added more treble and brightened up and removed the muddiness of the cinematic studio strings. So, let's do our final giveaway. We've been here an hour and a half. So, final giveaway. When I type go, please type one number between 1 and 1,000. Wait till I type go and then only type one number. Remember that, guys, if you're new. And then we'll do the final $50 gift card. All right, so go ahead and type those numbers. Have you done any deals with Strezov sampling? I feel like yes. But honestly, I don't know. I don't remember. Not we haven't done any since I've been with audio plugin deals, but I feel like we've done one before, not for any of their like big libraries. They're like, you know, flagship choirs or anything like that. They don't do that very often. They're a very small company, but they make really good stuff. I don't have contact full, waiting for a deal. Any forecast on that. I feel like they just did one fairly recently with Native Instruments, 50% off. I mean, they definitely do it at least once, twice a year. I'm looking at my email to see like what was the time frame from last year. Introducing Action Strings too. That's what I got from them most recently. Action Strings is very old. How would I search for Native Instruments sale? See, I'm plumbing the depths of my inbox just to find. I can't find it. I searched for Native Instruments sale and it's not showing any of their stuff now. So, uh, what's up with the new camera setup? Did you get kicked out of the basement? No. Why would I get kicked out of the basement of my own house? I've been up here the last like month. No, not month because we do it every 2 weeks. The last 4 streams I've been up here, just because it's nice. I'm on my laptop now. Is what it is. The thing is, wife and dog would want me down there because now I'm upstairs and the sound is carrying. Before I was down there, it was cold and yeah. I think I did it one day from that room right there, and I was like, I kind of like this. There's more light, you know what I mean? I started working upstairs almost 90% of the time since I got this laptop. I was like, hey, I can do both, but then I just ended up doing everything on the laptop, and then I'd have samples on here that I don't have down there. I was like, oh, whatever. But anything like really big, I go down there, so it's more powerful and the big monitor if I'm film scoring and stuff like that. It is. I can't complain about whatever. I just like having variety. All right, so let's wrap up the numbers. And check out what our final giveaway number is. There's the behind the scenes, you guys. The man behind the curtain. 866. Final number. So you guys see someone who's close. If you think you see the winner, shout it out. We're gonna need the calculator for this one. I see 800. Is there anyone in the really low 900s? That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I think 800 is it. Where's Rudy 872? I'm looking for Rudy. There it is. It's when you stare at screens so long and your eyeballs burn out. Alright, so that's the email. Man, this thing is driving me crazy. Two of you guys... You see that thing popping up? How the fuck do I get rid of that? This little... I can't see if it shows up on the screen because it covers up my OBS screen. It's driving me crazy. Okay, why the fuck did you just say I love you? That's kind of weird. I'm gonna go. No, alright guys, so this is our final giveaway, so... Oh, here it is. This thing. It's like, it's... When I updated... Now you'll see Into the Twilight Zone, for real. When I updated, like, Windows, this fucking thing showed up. And it's driving me crazy. So that's what I'm talking about. Wow, now we're really in the Twilight Zone. What is going on? Tripping balls right now. Alright guys, so I hope you guys had fun. We have 4 winners. The email is there, support@audioplugin.deals. If you won, email them. We will verify you fingerprint ID to make sure it's the right one. Yeah, that fucking thing driving me crazy. Partly Sunny. It pops up every time I barely hover over it. What is it called though on the taskbar settings? Because I looked, I don't see it. Yeah. All the settings don't really do anything. It's just there. Windows notifications. That's on the very side. Yeah. We're gonna figure this out. Yeah, I can't. No idea. I'll show you what settings show up. This is the magic of the internet, guys. We're just figuring something out. Can you see that? Yeah. This is what I do on my taskbar. The settings. So badges is just that little notification. News and interests. I don't see that. Which icons? Always there, no matter what. Fucking annoying. Microsoft Edge is annoying too. Oh, that's what I just did. Oh well. Right click on the bottom right. Nothing. Oh, look. Yeah. Fuck you, news and interests. Fucking assholes. Throw that shit in my face. Alright, well, thank you. Got rid of that bullshit. It's only been doing it for like 1 day, but I had enough of that. Okay, so, yeah. A little sidetrack there. There we go. Alright, so I guess we're done. Does anyone else have any more questions? You guys are geniuses for figuring out that shit. I'm gonna go play guitar. I've got a new pedal to play with. The Swollen Pickle. I went to Guitar Center. I was like, can I try these? I want to compare these two pedals. He's like, which ones? And I was like, I was kind of embarrassed. I said the Big Muff and the Swollen Pickle. True story. I got the Swollen Pickle. It's a fuzz box, if you guys are wondering. Yeah, this is my mic beer. Alright, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. And look out for the videos. There's 2 videos coming up. Oh, actually just one. I almost told you a deal that hasn't launched yet. But that's the other video I'm doing. So... Alright, 6-pack 2 videos coming up very, very soon. Congratulations to all our winners. Jose, everyone else. I just remember Jose because he just popped up. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. And take care. Have a good weekend.